Okay, so good afternoon everyone. My name is Mallory and today I'm going to present you the process of writing a research paper for a history class. In order to illustrate my presentation, I will present you an example which is Being American, 1776-1865. So in order to give you an overview of the presentation, my first step will be the brainstorming, the second one the outline, the third one the development, and the last one the conclusion. Right, so the first step is the brainstorming. So here on the board you can see that there is a draft where I have written the prompt of the subject in the middle. And the brainstorming is basically the step where you're supposed to define the terms of the subject, the dates of it. So here we have two important dates for US history. So the first one is 1776, which corresponds to the Declaration of Independence of the US and the creation of the US. And the last one is the end of the American Civil War. And you also are supposed to define the terms, so you can see that making a draft will make it easier for you to collect your thoughts on the subject, the content and the context of it. So it is really, really important to do that. Any questions so far? Right. So after having brainstorming a lot, your outline will be easier to find. So the outline is basically a thesis statement. A thesis statement is just an affirmation of the subject that you are going to demonstrate logically through the body of your research paper. And after the thesis statement, you have the first, the second, and the third part. So only the titles are supposed to be present at the end of your introduction. That will make easier for the corrector to follow your thoughts and your logic through the body of your research paper. So the third step is the development. So here you can choose either to make a chronological or a thematic development. Here, since there are two important dates in the prompt, it will be more logical to make chronological development. So basically you have three main sections, and each main section is divided into three subparts. So I will just read you the first main section to provide you an idea of what it looks like. So the first main section is 1776-1820s, Founding and Limits of Freedom. The first subpart is Independence and Constitution. The second, Limited Citizenship, Property, Race and Gender. And the last one, Who is American and Who is Not. And each subpart is divided into an argument and an example related to the argument. Do you have any questions? Right. The last step of my presentation today is the conclusion. The conclusion is really important because it will be the last words that your professor will read before grading your research paper. So it's really important to follow the three steps in order to make a very good research paper. The first one is the synthesis, which is globally a summary of your main section and a summary of your research paper. And in this part, you have to respond to your thesis statement because your professor is expecting that from you. The second subpart of the conclusion is the opening. The opening is simply a way for your professor to see that you have a broader reflection on the subject. So here you can think about future events related to the prompt. You can talk about events after 1865. You can follow and focus on, for example, the point of view. So women after 1865. It will be very good for your research paper if you can do that. And the last step of the conclusion is the review. So I think it's the most important part because I know that in France professors grade our research paper 50% on the content and 50% on the English grammar faults. So it can be very good. It is a good tip for you if you want to improve your skills and to have a good grade in your research papers. So a proofreading will help you to do that. Any questions? Right, so thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. And I just hope that you have learned something new today and helpful, sorry, for your future research papers.